Okay, good morning. I'm David. Before I start my work, I would like to say thanks to my group members, in particular Mingyang and Kevin, who did excellent work, so allow me to share my story with you today. We have been interested in brain development for a couple of years. Brain looks like your cell phone. So let's imagine everybody here gets a cell phone, new cell phone today. So 1 year after, you will find that every cell phone is different from each other now. You find different pictures, contact information, music, and some games you don't know from the internet, right? Brain is the same. When we grow up, now everybody has something different in your mind. So what happens? We found that a protein or a gene, EGR1, is super important for this process. Now let me walk through how we found this protein, why I say this protein is so important. We start with a very simple question. There are so many cells in our brains, right? We know that. Are they the same? The answer probably is quite simple. No, they can't be identical to each other. How are they different? So this becomes a huge question to us. And how they become different, right? So these questions took us 3 years to address that. So one way is that let's do it this way. We break the brains and then take out each cells and sequence each cells. There are 100 billion cells in there, so this way probably doesn't work out well. So we combine an experimental approach, and this was published last year, and a computational approach. So I'm not going to go to detail with you. Just believe me, we can do it. So we combine these two together. Now we dissect the brain mycelium, and we find that in our brains, around 30,000 genomic loci, they show methylation difference. So what is methylation? So methylation is like on-off switch. When DNA gets methylated, it shuts down the genes. When unmethylated, it turns on the genes. So this on-off switch is very important for brain development. And now here is showing up is these regions, that are important regions. Now we ask, do you think they can work together or they work alone? No, they are actually work together. So work together, it means that you can find a group of these switches. When they turn on, they all turn on together. When they turn off, they all turn off together. So we group them, these together. And then we ask the next question. If you on-off switch can work together, who control you? Then we find the protein, EGR1. So EGR1 have tons of binding sites on our genome, on these critical switches. So what is EGR1 then? EGR1 is a neuroactivity-induced transcription factor. So it's too complex for you, then just think it can bind to DNA and recruit other protein to change the switches. Okay, so this is a process we develop, but this process can apply to any other complex cell system. So imagine you have a tissue. You want to know what's going on within that tissue. So we can use a similar approach. But for my talk, take-home message is that if you give your friend a hug today, the protein EGR1 can help your friend to remember this hug for a long time and the level of DNA methylation. Okay, thank you.